Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tommy Pie. Welcome back to another ranking custom interior video. So today we're going to be using Bagely's V7 interior data pack. Now they actually told me it's pronounced Bagely, but no, it's Bagely. And I'm going to be ranking them from 14th place to 1st place. Gotta remember, this is just my opinion, so if your opinion is different to mine, do not dislike this video, just comment your opinion instead. And if you're interested in the new TARDIS mod, then I'd appreciate it if you subscribe, because I do content on the new TARDIS mod all the time. So with that said, let's crack on. So in 14th place, we have the Hourglass Interior, and it looks like this. Got anti-gravs in the floor like this to get up to the console room if you're down here. Then I like how the Gallifreyan crystal blocks kind of dig in to the TARDIS engine like so. But I think this interior is quite vast and it's not up my street really. I really couldn't picture myself using this thing, but I'm a really big fan of the floor right here, and I just the kind of theme of this yellow and black just looks nice, Bumblebee kind of style. Number 13, I've ranked the Barebones Interior. Now I'm going to be real with you, this thing is very unique. It's got a spinny majig that I like. To give you a better look at things, this is what it looks like from this angle as well. You've actually got a ship computer here, some kind of desk thing, but also loads of waypoint banks which are extremely farmable. And the TARDIS engine is located down here, and I do really like this TARDIS engine, but again, farmable shulker boxes, tons of them. I really don't like the black parts here, it just makes it feel like you're in the void. If these were kind of patched up and it didn't feel as open, then it would probably be higher ranked on the list. But I'm loving this whole console area here and the random chairs. Number 12 on the list is the Ender Interior. Now I'm not gonna lie, this thing really suits the theme of the end, but I just feel like it's not very cozy. It makes me feel very alone. Like the Barebones, these black things here, you know, the black concrete instead of having some kind of enclosed space, it just never works for me in interiors. But going down here you get the TARDIS engine, anti-grav again, and this is kind of cool. This room is alright. I do take that back in saying about this black concrete being here, because it kind of makes it suit the end a little more, because in the end, you know, it's just pitch black and void, and then you have these little islands like this. I think that is quite a good addition actually. But anyway, it's not up my street, and that's why it's ranked at number 12. Coming in at number 11, we have the Impulse V7 Interior. And now, this thing is beautiful, I must say, but an instant downside are these shulker boxes here. They're farmable. I just really think they're not needed in the end of these paths there. And if you have submechanophobia, you are screwed. Like the past two, it makes me feel very uncozy and cold. Might be because I'm cold right now, but this thing is very well built, I must say. Big fan of these waterfalls, but yeah, this water cuts off just strangely and all that. It needs life as well. TARDIS engines on top of the hopper, and this is the kind of view you'll be getting when piloting the console. These are really cool in my opinion. I wouldn't picture myself using this, but let's move on. Now we're going to start moving on to interiors that, you know, I could potentially use. In number 10 we have the Molten Interior. This really suits the theme of Molten. I'm loving the lava pipes here. They are great. And look inside here as well. Cool, look at that. The thing about this one is it looks a lot like the Envoy Interior, and I'm pretty sure it was actually based off the Envoy Interior, and I know I and many people are not a big fan of that. Just kind of the wrapping around and all that, it just looks kind of strange, but it's cool. The aesthetics are on point in this build, but I'm just not a big fan of how this engine is integrated here. It's just kind of here, you know. Let's finish up the review on the Molten Interior. Nice door placement, look at that. So here is another thick interior. That's right, number 9, the Cavern Interior. Can't really imagine myself using this, but it's beautiful. Oh, shoot, but it is beautiful. Yes, the console's looking a bit scuffed like this, but that's because you need to change it to the Toyota console. Here's the kind of view you'd get when piloting the TARDIS, a lovely view of kind of the magma blocks like the Molten Interior. And if you go down here, gotta look for the TARDIS engine door. Pretty sure it's here. Yep, it's here. Got an airlock door. Bagely seems to like having these airlock doors here, and so do I. And look at this little tiny room. It's very cozy in here, I must admit, but like, what the hell? I mean, shulker boxes. So moving on to number 8, the Reasonance Interior. So I'm instantly noticing these huge pipes here, which look amazing. really suits the entire theme as well. And this whole upstairs bit thing looks nice. Prismarine is very random, but I've only actually noticed it until now, so it clearly blends in fairly well, I think. And from this interior, I'm getting a lot of copper vibes. It's basically, if you've taken the copper interior, enlarged it a little bit, this is what I feel like it'd look like with some little twists like these pipes. And this very, very strange TARDIS engine, check this out. As you enter here, you enter this room with loads of barrels, and yeah, loads of waypoint things. That's a big no-no. But check out this TARDIS engine, I've never seen anything like this. So you have to crouch to get under this block, and then you can access these two. Then to access the other two, you can just access them there. I just think that's an incredibly cool design for a TARDIS engine, especially with the lava on the top, the lava pipe. I think this is a really good build, but take away these waypoint banks. I get it, they look cool, but it's a tactical advantage. The ceiling's cool, and it suits this thing, but I feel like more could be done with it. Maybe terraform it a little bit more or something. This interior would work really well for like a big crew of people, because you can have people up there, people in the engine. But yeah, this is a good build. Next is the Resistance Interior, and now I'm instantly noticing these strange chairs. They're alright, I guess, but if we take them away, in my opinion, it looks a bit better. There might need to be a bit more variety in blocks around here, I feel like, and it's quite flat. It kind of sticks to one Y level. I think there needs to be more variety in that, like, for example, putting this entire console area up one block or something like that. Don't know what these pressure plates are for. I mean, they're cool, I guess, if you're ever waiting for your TARDIS to refuel. You can do this. And the whole thing is quite basic, but this this TARDIS engine, bro, look at this. Not a big fan of the beacon. It just doesn't really work, in my opinion. It works here, but going through kind of the top of the console here, it just looks a little strange, I think. Actually, no, that looks cool, but it also doesn't. I can't really make up my mind on that. Bagely, please do let me know in the comments if this is meant to be used with a different console unit. But to sum it up, this is a good medium-sized interior, and I'm still getting that cozy feeling as well, and I'm loving the stuff up here, by the way. Number 6, we have the Oceanic Interior. Now this thing is great, and does a good job in combining the Ender kind of theme and Nautilus. It works very well. You also feel a bit like Jesus when walking on here, as from some angles it looks like there's no glass there at all. But check out this interior door thing behind it. There are no creatures in here, which is a bit sad. But, I mean, look at this. This is great, I think. And going down here, you have the TARDIS engine room. Got a coralized rounder right there. This looks... oh, this is really cool. Yeah, check this out. You can actually swim like this and just chilling. Look at me. I wish you could access the engine like this. That would make this interior 10 times better. Maybe not 10 times, like, just a bit better, you know? But yeah, the only downside about this interior is that there are better interiors. Like this one. The Aquamarine Interior, and this is mega. Kinda reminds me of the Oceanic Interior, Nautilus, and the Ender Interior because of these things here. Here's what it would be like to pilot it. Kind of down a little bit, and then you can go up here. Big fan of these things how you can walk up each side and then kind of walk around here like Toyota. To get down into the TARDIS engine, you can literally just jump into water like this. And check this TARDIS engine out. I do like this a lot. But yeah, this is cozy and nicely rounded. I feel like the beacon does work this time, and the Prismarine stuff just kind of gives off a great ocean vibe hanging from above right there. In 4th place, we have the Communications Interior. Now, I'm instantly noticing how TARDIS-like this thing feels. This green glass with the spaceship hull pipes is really working well in the sides and corners, and yeah, it may be a bit basic, there's not much stuff around here, but it kind of adds that element of customization for the player using it, as you can add whatever the hell you want here. So let's move down into the TARDIS engine. This looks pretty basic as well, but like I said, customize it yourself, and there are some waypoint computer banks here, which gives the player an advantage, but in my opinion, a disadvantage. They've used the anti-grav blocks again to rise up. They seem to like the anti-grav blocks, so do I. Very kind of sticking to the theme ARS corridor right here, and yeah, here's the Communications Interior, not to mention the spinny majig and this stuff. This always looks good. In 3rd place, we have the Vintage Interior. This is a lovely wooden interior, which I would 100% use. I really like these platforms right here, like the Aquamarine Interior. As we go down here, we have a TARDIS engine room, which looks nice. You've got these trapdoor things like the Toyota interior has. It's good they've added some things in each of these little bits here, because that would have just looked a bit kind of plain without them. Again, it all sticks to the lovely wooden theme, but I'm getting a lot of Toyota vibes from this interior, I think, regardless if that console is Toyota's console. They've done a great job of building above it again. They seem to do a good job of this in basically every interior, I think. This chair's pretty cool. You know, you can just look over it like this. Yeah, check this out. It also blocks water from going into the rest of the interior, which I don't know if this was done on purpose, but it's a nice little thing I accidentally discovered. Number 2, we have the Arcane Interior. Hopefully referring to Doc Arcane. This thing is very innovative and it makes me happy. It is really small, I must say, but you know, it kind of adds to the cozy effect. You know, 2 waypoint banks. There are only 2 this time, but still, they may look cool, but it's another tactical advantage. It'd also be great if there was a way to access up top here, because climbing up here and just kind of sitting here just sounds kind of fun. Actually, there's not much point in just going there, but going up here must be kind of cool. And by the way, it's not actually that small. This is the actual interior. So this kind of looks a bit like Toyota, Vintage, and Envoy, but I must say the Envoy kind of look is suiting this interior. But yeah, the big thing about the Arcade Interior is this thing in the middle. It's absolutely stunning, and then the whole cool thing of being able to go in here, shut yourself off from the outside world, and do some intense TARDIS flying. So number 1, the Royal Interior. Now this is actually a combination of many interiors in the list, I feel like, you know, Hourglass and these Gallifreyan crystal blocks up there. Vintage because of the whole wooden theme, I think. And like the Oceanic Interior, the ARS corridor is behind the door. Maybe a bit of Toyota style around here. I know I say that a lot, and this just looks beautiful. There's so many different themes combined into one, and it also looks royal because of the red and kind of the orange, and I don't know, it just does, alright? Could be for the posh chairs. Yeah, the chairs really suit this thing this time. This looks great, and I do think this is number 1. Pretty sure everything is great about this interior, and the only criticism I'd give it is to maybe add an engine room, but I mean, that's fine. Just thank you all for watching. Please let me know your thoughts on Bagely's V7 data pack down below, perhaps your rankings on it, and where you think I've gone wrong. Hope you found this entertaining, and have a nice day.